So by the end of this fourth grade, okay, did you finish all of the required math and spelling?
Well, I'll tell you what happened. Okay, there's a little end to that story. All right. The building principal came in after we had taken the standardized tests and accused her of cheating
Oh my goodness.
because her class outshone all the other classes on the standardized test. And she's a new teacher. And there are other teachers who've been here a long time, and they've always done well on the test, and they did well this time, but you must have cheated. Okay.
So too well
Too
for
well,
the system.
yeah.
Too well for the system.
So what I'm
A
saying,
Jaime Escalante type
Yeah,
of
yeah,
experience.
yeah. So it must have been a negative experience in that moment,
Yeah.
but I think she was able to justify herself and so forth. I don't think it was a.
Yeah. Did she spend a lot of time? You mentioned that you would go to her desk one on one to show, completion, mastery,
Yeah.
checking things off, and so on. Did she spend a lot of time with group instruction,
Yes.
teaching the whole class? How did
She
she
would say,
approach that?
I'll give you an example. Today we're going to learn to multiply fractions. So she would go to the board and show us how that works and so forth, and then she'd have us, as a class, she'd put a couple of more examples up there, and as a class we would mirror back to her how you would go about solving that problem and so forth, and then she'd give us a worksheet. 7-8 minutes for the hour class. Then the worksheets, then she'd be at her desk. Well, what would happen at her desk? The students who had a facility with math already would be at her desk in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I finished, Miss Green. She would look at that and say, yes, you got them all right, good. Go ahead, read your book. Okay. While we wait for the other students. We wait for the other students, okay? Not those dumb students who are dumber than you.
No, that's right.
You just wait,
Wait
till
for
they
the
come,
other.
yeah.
Meanwhile,
same way
they
with
were all
spelling.
engaged in their own interest.
That's right. And how about spelling? How long did it take you to learn to spell 15 words? Maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Why 30 minutes in the class?
Yeah.
So many other things to learn. So I often would sit down, look at the words, say to myself, I know how to spell all those words. I go up there and say, Miss Green, I know how to spell all the words. Okay, show me. Okay, good. Find something to do. I always had something to do. I had a hardness kit, I had rock assessments in my desk, I had books to read.
So she always made sure that everyone had the resources for their interests.
As much as she could.
As much as she could or
Right.
could find.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had a hot plate. I think probably that Juanita Gray used a hot plate every once in a while to do some cooking or something. Okay. I remember eating some things that were a little bit surprising. Okay. It's my introduction to Hispanic food. It's okay, all right. But yeah, she would let us do things like that. Also, I have to say this: her classroom was sometimes quite noisy.
Okay.
Because we'd get excited, and I'd say to my partner, "Hey, look at this! I know what that rock is now." That was exciting. He'd get excited.
So there was no restriction on the students that were done with the...
Had to sit quietly and fold their arms and be quiet. No.
Nothing of that sort.
You should be doing something. No.
Okay.
And we could get up out of our seat and we could go talk to other students as long as they weren't engaged.
In the worksheets or the math exercises, and so everyone that was already mastered the skills basically, that they were on their own, you could interact freely.
We learned that learning was our business. And if we were about learning, it was legitimate business.
It was legitimate business in the classroom, and that it was really your responsibility.
My responsibility. Yes, our responsibility.
Yeah.